Where Do Mountains Come From? By Catherine Weyerhaeuser Morley. Here they show that even under the ocean and lakes, there are layers in the ground that build up over time with different fossils in them. A little girl and her mother were taking a walk in the mountains. The mountains were so big and each one looked so different. The girl began to wonder. Where do mountains come from, Mama? Mountains form in many different ways. They seem like they have been here forever and will always be here. But over millions of years, mountains come and go. The older ones slowly crumble in the wind and rain and wash away to the sea. It happens so gradually that you can't see it. Mountains are forming right now in different places around the world. The surface of the earth is like a cracked shell of a hard-boiled egg. Large sections of land and ocean are pieces of the earth's broken shell. And they're showing those pieces here. They call them tectonic plates. In another one of my videos, it talks about those pieces pushing together and forcing the land up to make mountains. And here you'll see the continents you're learning about listed. North America, that's our continent. We're about here by the Pacific Ocean. South America, Asia, the biggest continent. Africa, the next biggest. Antarctica, and the smallest one, Australia. Those pieces, those tectonic plates, move slowly, and sometimes they rub and push against each other. When this happens, it can make mountains. Ooh, what makes the pieces move, Mama? So this is what the earth could look like straight down the middle. If we cut it open, which we can't do, it shows the center of the earth. The center of the earth is really hot. The rising heat moves the pieces of the earth's surface very slowly, maybe the length of your big toe in 1 year. But sometimes they move a few feet in a sudden jolt. That's when you feel an earthquake. So they're showing the melted magma forcing its way up through the hard surface of the earth. And you know what happens there. Volcanoes. Pieces of land can travel all the way around the world with tiny creeping movements over millions of years. For example, fossils of tropical plants and animals can be found in rocks that have traveled north to cold places like Alaska. These tropical ones from the jungle, the rainforest, they don't grow here, but they moved all around the earth over a long time. You can even find fossils of sea creatures at the tops of the tallest mountains. Here they're showing fossils. So this part of the land used to be under the sea and it got pushed up, 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 up. some of the tallest mountains grow where two pieces of land smash together. The land is crinkled, crushed, and folded, kind of like how cars get crunched up when they crash. So here's two plates. They're pushing against each other, and over a long time, they push some land up. That was the answer to her question, why are the mountains so tall? Something different happens where a piece of ocean bottom bumps into a piece of land. Because the ocean piece is heavier, it gets scrunched down under the land, similar to when you shove a spatula underneath a warm cookie. So here is some land and some ocean, and the ocean part's going under the land part, slowly, slowly. The force of the shove melts the rock, creating fiery, hot lava. Pushed under, there's friction, and the rock melts. And where's that lava gonna go? Up, 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 up. It flows upwards, squeezed from the earth like toothpaste from a tube. The lava forms pointed mountains called volcanoes. Sometimes the pressure below is so strong, the top of the volcano is blown off. It is like how if you step on a balloon, the pressure makes it pop. When a volcano explodes, the air smells of stinky gases. Mud and hot ash flow down the mountain. Is there hot lava beneath us right now, Mama? She asks. There's only hot lava when a volcano is actively growing. So there's some, and it's going to make a volcano grow. After a volcano stops growing, the melted rock still underneath it cools slowly into hard rock with large crystals. Oh, so this one's cooling, and it's got crystals building. Where else do mountains form, Mama? Mountains can also form where a piece of land is pulled in opposite directions by forces within the earth. Rocks break, just like a rubber band will break if you stretch it too far. The broken blocks of land move against each other, and some rise up to become mountains. Lots of different places and kinds of mountains. In Africa, there's a place where the land is stretched almost completely apart. The low valley may someday fill with seawater, forming a new ocean. This is a plain in Africa, and the land is low. Underneath, you see where the animal bones are. Can mountains form in an ocean, Mama? What do you guys think? In a few places around the world, hot melted rock rises to the surface at a single spot like a water fountain. There they show it coming up. The magma's pushing up. If the hot spot is beneath an ocean, the lava forms an island mountain. And there's a chain of islands, like the Hawaiian Islands, formed by the same hot spot. It was time to go home, but the girl had one more question. Why does every mountain look different, Mama? They're showing you under the ground where they can't see, and above the ground. The Mama says, every mountain is different with a special past, just like every child. If you look closely at a mountain's rocks, you can discover its life story. They're looking at rocks. show us spreading between the plates, the fault line where an earthquake will happen, the chains of volcanoes, the mountains building, hot melted rock under the ground. And here they show some more fossils under the ground.